Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so at before SCP this year, I had like a different attitude than most of the young people here. I was actually like everyone was so excited about SCP, and I was like dreading it. I was like really tired, and I just like didn't feel like I had the energy, and I didn't like have everything to give my dorm. And this year was my first year being a lead counselor for the team. So not only was I moving up in age group, I was also leading the entire dorm of 10 girls. And I was really excited about that, but I just felt like so drained. And so the only thing that like I could like think of doing was like worship. So like I went to Pi Hop the night before camp, Pasadena International House of Prayer, just for their like soaking worship, and I was just pouring out my heart to God. I'm like, God, what am I gonna do? Like, I want to serve you, but I just feel like I don't have enough love to give out to these girls. And so I felt God telling me, ask for a bigger heart. And I was like, wow, like, okay, God, I need a heart transplant. Give me the biggest heart you got. And I was like, well, how big can I ask for? Like, I want to ask, like, everyone at SCP should be able to fit inside of it. Wait, I can ask for bigger than that. Okay, God, I asked for a heart big enough to fit the whole world in. But right now, just SCP. So like, I don't know, I felt like that was the answer. And like God was just going to supply, like, enough love to give out to these campers. And so we get up to SCP, and like the first day was training for the staff, and I was just so tired, like I couldn't keep my eyes open in the training, and it was horrible. But then, like, by the time the campers got there, like I just had so much energy, and like I just loved my girls right away. And I actually, like, God gave me a vision that two of the girls, of two girls that were in my dorm, like, in advance, before I even knew they were in my dorm. And a lot of them already knew each other, and I had worked with my counselor the year before, so it was like, we were able to bond so quickly. And from the first day or the training day to the time the campers got there, it was just like totally different. We were like having fun and like getting to know each other, and so I felt God also growing me, like, to love these girls, like, with their love languages. So, like, it was, like, I think part of, like, that greater love was not just, like, loving them the way that I would normally show that I care and love about people, and love people. Like, it was, God was, like, pushing me to, like, love them in the way that they would receive it best. So, like, some of my girls, like, really love, like, physical touch. And so, like I would give them hugs more often, or just, like, pats on the back, or just, like, because I really appreciated it. And then other girls, like, didn't like to be hugged, so I would just, I would talk to them more and just, like, give them words of affirmation. And even with the counselors, I found, like, God stretching me to just, like, give what they need, like their love language. And so that was really cool. And but the way that I found God, like, constantly refreshing me up at camp, like, even though, like, I didn't sleep very much at all, like, I was like, how is God, like, constantly refilling me? And, like, for me it was worship. And, like, the worship was just so amazing. And, like, we had, like, Jeremy and his worship team up there, and but every time we had worship, like, I was like, this is so good, but it's not enough. Like, I feel like I need more. And so, like, I would, during every prayer time that we had, like, in the morning on our own, I would just be singing worship songs. And then something really cool and different that we did this year, like, Ben Zobrist and I, we were talking, and we were like, we should really get together for the open activities and do Lectio Divina, which is like a deep scripture study, and also like soaking worship, where the campers can just come and worship God like in the most free way. And so like Ben had a vision of the soaking worship, and then it was like God totally pulled it together, because it was like he got one thing and then I got another. Like he was like, but I don't know what scripture we're doing for Lectio Divina. And so I prayed about it, and like I couldn't think of anything but Psalms 27. So it was like, and Psalms 27:4 is, one thing I ask, this is what I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord forever. And so like that, we were able to just go so much deeper with the campers in worship. And then, so like, and for the soaking worship, like, God also provided, let's see, I sprained my wrist, so I couldn't play guitar, but there was a worship leader actually who just graduated from APU who does exactly that kind of thing, like the soaking worship. So he was able to play guitar, and I could sing, and it was just, it worked out perfectly. And we had like 17 campers there, including Holly and Virginia, and 4 of the girls from my dorm, and it was just so freeing. And like, and I felt like that was the answer. Like all those times where I was like, God, I need more worship, I need to go like deeper. And like finally in that soaking worship, it was like, wow, like God was there, and like, and the angels were there worshiping with us. And like 4 of my girls from my dorm came to that, and like they really felt on their hearts that they were called to like get into worship leading and songwriting and playing an instrument. And so I prayed with them after, and one of the girls wrote the letter like Regina and I and Holly did. And so Jeremy decided to start mentoring her as well, and he gave her a new keyboard. And so it was just like God was pouring all these blessings out through worship. And so yeah, like God completely answered every prayer and gave everything we needed as far as like just pouring out more love, like opening up my capacity to love the girls, and then just like constantly being refreshed through worship. So yeah, it's a good prayer to pray. Just like, God, give me a bigger heart, and God will fill it, especially as we worship.